Hi, my name's Heather Miller and I am the CEO and founder of the School Care Team. And at the School Care Team, we work alongside teachers and school leaders to help create cultures of care in schools. We do that through teaching and coaching, sometimes with teachers and sometimes directly with students. And last year, we actually served 16,000 students in almost 50 schools. It's really important to focus on mental health with youth because if we start at an early age, they begin to develop healthy practices. As young as kindergarten, we have a program called Kimochis, and that is a program that allows students to work through conflict with their friends, and also that helps them to learn how to regulate their emotions so that they don't lash out at each other or fester negative emotions inside their bodies. Also, neuroscience is a booming field because of the technological advances in imaging with the brain. We know that the brain is actually an organ that has a lot of plasticity, and that means that we can change and heal from past trauma. So if we can start to heal trauma that students and young people have endured when they were very young, we can actually change the trajectory of their health into adulthood. So that's another reason that taking care of mental health at an early age is very important. At the School Care Team, we really stress upstream prevention because we try to solve problems before they turn into crises. Mental Health America National has statistics online that state Indiana is the second leading state in the country for depression. We are the third leading state in the country for suicidal ideation, and we are fifth for PTSD. So with those kind of stats, we know it's very important to work with young people because they're exposed to maybe family members who have mental health issues, maybe they're experiencing mental health issues themselves, but it's so important now more than ever to get into schools and work with students at an early age. We're also hearing from schools themselves that after the pandemic, last year was actually the most difficult year for teachers and school leaders and students. We may have thought it would have been the first year of the pandemic, but it was actually last year because the expectation was that things would go back to normal, and they really hadn't. And also, students and teachers had not had time to yet process. Maybe they had lost loved ones to the illness. Maybe their home life had changed due to financial shifts. There were all kinds of stressors that people are holding within their bodies that they haven't yet had time to process. So we're working hard with schools this year to set them up for success so that they can start to heal from those traumas that we endured during the pandemic. The School Care Team offers about a dozen different programs, and two of those are kind of our bedrock programs. The first one is called Sources of Strength, and it is an upstream, evidence-based suicide prevention program. It also helps to prevent violence and substance use in schools. And Sources of Strength it's a philosophy and it's a practice that we connect youth to adult advisors, and we also connect youth to other peer leaders. And the idea is to create a network of safety across a school so that every student has someone very close to them that they can reach out to for help if crisis or if mental health issues start to become a problem. Another program that we offer is called Wellness Recovery Action Planning, or WRAP for short. And WRAP is more of a personal program. It helps individuals build a toolbox of wellness tools so that when they feel stressors start to rise in their life, they can tap into those coping skills that they've learned and put in their toolbox so that they can maintain wellness or return to a state of wellness. So those are two of the programs that we offer, but what we really are careful to do at the School Care Team is curate programs that really tie in well with each other. All of our programs are based on a foundation of hope. So we hear a lot of negative things, such as the statistics that I shared with you earlier of how bad and what a state of crisis that we're in right now. But the programs that we actually bring into school are strengths-based, and they all move through a lens of hope. So when people think about mental wellness or mental illness or mental health, a lot of times they get nervous and they wonder what they can do, or they may step back because they're afraid that they might do the wrong thing. But actually, some of the steps that you can take are so easy. One is simple, just talk about it. Try to open up those lines of communication so that people feel comfortable talking about their mental wellness and their mental health. And another thing that's also simple is called emotional regulation. And in classrooms, we teach what is taught co-regulation. And that's just a skill that you as the adult take the initiative to talk through your process of calming your emotions and returning to a state of peace after you've become, let's say, angry or frustrated. And we see this a lot in very young children, but it's also a practice that we keep in mind for older people as well. And that's as easy as taking a few deep breaths. The first thing that you can do when a child or yourself as an adult starts to feel frustrated is notice how you're feeling in your body with that frustration. Maybe you're feeling some tightness in your heart, or maybe your breathing changes. And then take a moment to take a deep breath, hold it in, and then count to 5. Sometimes taking a deep breath is the best thing you can do to support your mental wellness. And there are lots of other practices that you can do or teach your students. And the best thing that you can do is advocate with your school board and advocate with your school leaders that they welcome these programs into their schools so that everyone can enjoy a sense of belonging and connectedness and well-being at school.